Welcome to the Fiorina Beauty podcast, hosted by Patti Saponaro. Be prepared to hear stories of triumph, challenge, and overcoming. Along the way, you'll learn a few things too. But most importantly, you'll learn one thing. Say Bella, which means you are beautiful. Welcome to the Fiorina Beauty podcast.
So welcome to the Fiorina Beauty podcast. I'm Patti Saponaro, co-founder, along with my daughter, Brianna Parker. And we are here with Brittany. And Brittany has been on our products, Beauty Balance, Beauty Boost, for 60 days, or a little over, right? Wasn't it March 3rd?
Yeah.
Yeah, so like 6 weeks. No, what am I thinking?
we've
2.5 months.
Yeah, 2 months. Now I'm trying to do the math.
April, May.
Because this is my third. No, because the first one was prior. So 2 months.
Yeah, a little over 2 months. Yeah, I know, the two of us. Hello. Two heads are better than one. But, we just appreciate you. And thanks for coming on this journey with us and being what we call a founder, the founder circle, the founder tribe, right? We appreciate you.
Thank you.
So kind of just tell us what's been going on. What have you noticed in the 60 days?
Yeah, it's been interesting as I started to kind of reflect back leading up to this today and try to think about how it's impacted me. And I remember our conversation 2 months ago or so, saying we'll have a lot going on in my life. So I think that's probably having a big impact.
Yeah.
Why I'm so tired, why I feel depleted at the end of the day, why I have the brain fog, why I feel like I'm losing my mind.
Yeah.
And I was like, things are about to get together. Like my life's about to things are working out and it's going to calm down.
Yeah.
And so I was like, it's probably just because of where I'm at in life. And I think that's a lot because that's what people tell you too. I hear that a lot with having young kids. Oh, you're in the thick of it.
Yeah.
And that, you got a business. Oh, you're in the thick of it.
Yeah.
But it's been interesting because life hasn't calmed down over the past 2 months. Yeah. It's been more things have come up, more turns, and it's been exciting and just a lot of things, but it hasn't gotten easier. It hasn't calmed down. There hasn't been all of a sudden all this taken off my plate.
Right.
But I have noticed I may be tired at the end of the day, but I'm not depleted.
Yeah.
I'm not sitting down to dinner with my family with nothing left in me, counting down okay, how much longer till the kids go to bed and I can just rest.
Yeah.
Now I'm excited to sit down and ask them about their day and hear. So it is interesting because there's a difference between having that depleted feeling and being tired.
Yeah, that's good.
And so, like I said, I'm slightly tired, but I'm still present where I wasn't present before. I was just in a fog.
Yeah.
So I think that's what's kind of neat too, is it's not where you take one of those energy drinks and you notice right away, oh, I'm bouncing off the walls. It's not this drastic impact.
Right.
It's the gradual, which is nice.
Right.
Feeling too, because it's not that artificial impact, if that makes sense.
Yes.
But so I've noticed that changed. I've noticed, just a general kind of I can manage things better with calmness. I've had some really stressed out moments, but I can come back from that quickly. It's not lingering as long, or the anxiety moments, because it's still, life has continued to happen. It's continued to be crazy. But I feel like I'm managing it better.
Wow. That's huge. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's huge because it is stressful. It's stressful to be a mom. It's stressful to be a wife. It's stressful to have a business like you have, demanding business, and you have people that work for you. I mean, that's all just stressful.
Yeah.
A lot. And for you to be able to, notice already, because it's only been a little over 2 months, that calmness and that ability to conquer it with ease. I mean, I guess, would you say ease?
Somewhat.
or a little bit more effective?
Yeah.
Is that how you would do it? Okay.
Yeah.
That's huge. That's big.
Yeah, that's been really helpful.
Right. And how amazing, you're coming home and you're feeling, like you said, I'm not depleted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and it was interesting too. I was telling you, I was met with a few ladies before coming here, and it's what, 8 o'clock? Almost 8
Is it
o'clock
8
at
o'clock?
night.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Where normally I am like getting my kids to bed
Right.
and ready to pass out.
Yes.
And I was having a conversation with them, and I'm like, okay, I went from my daughter was up late last night because she had a stomach ache, and so hard to figure out why a 6-year-old has a stomach ache. Are they making it up? Is it, who knows?
Yeah.
So trying to figure out what was going on with her. And then this morning it was still hurting. And then I go into the office. We have a busy day at work. And then I'm going to meet up with the girls afterwards to catch up. And then coming here.
Wow.
Where I should be
Yeah.
exhausted at this point and depleted. And normally I'm not present at this point. And I still feel, I'm tired, but I feel okay.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a neat that we're filming this at this time when it's normally I would be so ready for bed right now.
Me too. Me too. I'd turn into a pumpkin.
Yeah.
And we've been going strong all day. So yeah. And that's a great point. Is here we are, 8 o'clock at night. And you're looking great.
Oh, thanks.
You're welcome. And looking vibrant, right? Energetic.
Yeah.
I would never even tell you're tired. I mean, you look, like you're not tired, like you're ready to go. Yeah. Yeah. Amazing. Just amazing. Now, anything else? Have you noticed like mood or anything, cravings or crashes? You talked about you don't really have crashes anymore.
Yeah, no crash. It's funny that you just mentioned that as far as cravings, because I was just thinking about that this morning too. Normally I wake up in the morning and I'm hungry and I'm hungry for something.
Right.
But lately I feel like I've woken up and I'm like, I'm hungry, but nothing sounds great or nothing. Like I'm not super hungry for anything. So I'll just eat something to eat, but I'm not craving anything.
Yeah. That's
And
cool.
I'm more just wanting to eat something that's going to make me feel good afterwards.
Yeah.
Not just to eat because I'm craving something.
Yeah. I understand that.
That makes sense.
No, it totally makes sense. No, it does. And I think that's part of the products because it balances hormones and blood sugar and it has a mood stressor and it's creating that cellular balance within ourselves. I've noticed that with me, like I haven't eaten yet today. I'm fine. Yeah. And I'll notice sometimes I am hungry earlier, right? I'm also an intermittent faster.
Okay.
And our product is intermittent fasting approved. There's no calories.
Okay.
Right? So, but today I thought, because I have been eating a little earlier than I usually do. So I thought, how's that going to go? I'm going to be filming till like 8:30 at night, 9 o'clock or whatever time it's going to be. How's it going to work? I'm fine.
Yeah.
So I find that, because studies show the longer you're on the product, the better it is.
Okay.
And I find that, like what you said, it's like I want to eat, but I don't really want to eat.
Yeah.
Or, do I need to eat? Well, I guess I should eat. Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It's that weird like conversation with yourself of, well, this is when I normally eat, so I probably should, but nothing really sounds great, and I don't feel like I'm starving. And
Yeah. And that's part of having the body balanced, at the cellular level. And like I said, some days I am hungry, I eat, right? I don't really eat till the afternoon though, because I do the intermittent fasting. But yeah. But then there are days I'll look and I'll go, 6 o'clock. I haven't eaten yet today. Or 5 o'clock or whatever. And no, today it's 8. And and then I have the conversation, I haven't eaten yet. Maybe I shouldn't eat. Yeah. So it is interesting. I do end up eating. But I think like for fasting with church groups and Bible studies and that type of thing, I always had such a hard time with it. I think I could do it like a rock star now. I probably should try it. You know what I mean?
yeah, I've never tried it.
I did.
I think it's hard for me too. I mean, I'm a farm girl. I grew up on the farm, meat and potatoes, like corn fed all the way. And even if someone even mentioned the idea of being vegetarian, I'm like, there's no way. I need meat. I need a full balanced meal. Yeah. So the idea of fasting is crazy. But then I've caught myself multiple times where I'm like, I just don't need as much. I get full real quickly.
Yeah. Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah, I do too. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I did fast in the past, but I really, because I had blood sugar issues. I wasn't like a diabetic or anything. I think I was hypoglycemia is what they said. It was really hard for me, and I wouldn't feel good. And, I'd get like nauseous and dizzy. And it was so dramatic, and I thought, oh gosh, like this is ridiculous. I mean, I did it, but I didn't do it often. I'm going to be honest. Right. Or I would I would go mostly because I am an intermittent faster. So I do go pretty long during the day now, but back then I didn't. Mm-hmm. And I remember, like just wanting to go, a couple days, and I just would end up just breaking down, Yeah. Yeah. And so, yeah. And it just goes to show that when you feed the body, because this Beauty Balance is just crushed up herbs. Mm-hmm. Beauty Boost is just herbs in a pill. Mm-hmm. And when you can give the body, the herbs in the powder and in the pills, the body does talk with you, and the body does respond because it knows what it is. Mm-hmm. See, that's the big trick is, a lot of people they've been saying, oh, well, I tried everything and nothing worked. Well, I don't know what the product was, and maybe they were great products, they weren't. But the reason why we've been so blessed today is that it's just crushed up herbs. It's just good food. It's just good nutrition, right? And it just goes to show, right, with you and I experiencing, well, do we want to eat? Do we not want to eat? That whole back and forth. Our body's saying to us, actually, we are kind of good. Yeah, if you want to skip that meal, you can. Yeah. Right?
Well, and it's nice knowing that, too, because I know I've had a hard time of where you hear different things, and it's recommended you need more vitamin D or vitamin C or this or that. And then it's like, okay, well, if you take this brand of vitamin, it's only so much absorbable, or there's fillers in this, so it's so hard. Yeah. To know what's okay to take. You think you're doing something good for yourself and you're taking care of your body, and then you find out all the horrible things wrong with that decision you just made, and it just is so much back and forth. And so it's nice to know that it is just herbs. There's not fillers. There's not all these other things in it that could be harmful towards you.
Right.
So it's like the second you think you're doing something good, there's also another side to it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And that's why we chose to put lemon and lime juice, a little monk fruit, and a little stevia leaves and stems to sweeten, because I was like, no, this makes no sense to me that I look at a product and it's great, and then I get to the bottom and it has all these chemicals and everything
all
else.
Things you can't pronounce.
Right? Yeah. Yeah. So no, that was so important to us. And, the other thing is too, like you said, I'm not a formulator. I'm not a chemist. I'm not an R&D. I'm not any of those things. I'm just the idea girl, really. As we say in Boston, I said idea. That Boston keeps coming out. And I've been here 27 years. But, I knew from health advisor and health coach with these ladies for decades, we all pretty much wanted the same thing, regardless of our age. I mean, my daughter, she's like, hello, I want energy. Hello, mental clarity, focus, all the things. And so, it was like, okay, this is what we want, but the experts figured it out for us, because we don't know. Mm-hmm. We don't know ratios. We don't know any of that stuff. Yeah. They do. And they just did an amazing job. I think I'm so impressed with the taste. Mm-hmm. Tell me about the taste.
Yeah, it tastes great. I've definitely tried a few different powders and things, and there are some that I just can't.
Yeah.
And I've tried mixing certain things that I can't into smoothies, and you still, like, I know I've heard bone broth is super healthy for you.
Right.
I've tried the powder. I've tried putting it in my smoothie.
Oh.
I can't do it.
No.
But there's certain things like I can't.
Yeah.
And I can't. It doesn't matter how good it is for me. I just can't suck it up and do it.
No. The only way I can do bone broth is we'll heat it up, and we'll put like spinach or broccoli. We'll put some type of vegetable, my daughter and I.
Okay.
And that I can do, and you can get creative.
Maybe I need to try more of the liquid version, but it's the powder
I wouldn't be
thought
able to
would
do
be
the
the
powder.
best way because
No.
you just mix it in with something else. Yeah.
It doesn't taste good. I mean, it doesn't sound good.
But there's a lot of healthy things that you just take.
know.
But people, the correlation a lot of times isn't there, that if it's healthy, it's not supposed to taste good. That's what you think.
Yeah. Well, I remember back in the 90s, I can't remember the name of the product. I don't think it's around anymore. And I remember the people that sold it to me. They're like, "Now listen, it's good for you. So don't," because I think I said, "Oh my gosh, I can't drink this." It was a liquid, K something. I can't remember. It was the most disgusting thing. And I remember them saying that to me. Well, if it's good for you, it's not going to taste right. And I always thought,
It's supposed to taste like dirt.
who does that make sense to? Right? Yeah. So I agree. It's got to taste right.
Yeah.
Otherwise we're not going to do it.
It doesn't have to be the most amazing tasting, but it has to taste decent.
Yeah.
And yeah,
And our drink
it tastes good.
tastes amazing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tastes good. Yeah. Yeah. They knocked it out of the park.
Yeah, they did a great job.
Yeah, they did. They did. So I'm just so happy, that you, well, look at you, still vibrant, ready to go. And that you have that quality of life, right?
Mm-hmm.
At home with the kids, with your husband. Yeah. And you mentioned mental clarity and focus. Yeah. Yeah. Anything else that you've noticed?
No, those are the main things.
Yeah.
So
Well, the studies show, I think we mentioned earlier, the longer you're on, the better it is. Mm-hmm. I had a lady sitting here today. She is sleeping. I guess she had insomnia. I didn't know that about her. And she said, I wake up 2:30 in the morning, 3:30 in the morning. She said this has been going on for years. And she said she sleeps through the night.
Oh, wow.
I know. And I'm like, wait, you don't get up at all? Because, I get up. I'm 62. But I go right back to sleep, which I never could do before. Mm-hmm. So for years, I would wake up to go to the bathroom, first time, and then I was up. Mm-hmm. And then when I would fall asleep? 5, 6, 7 in the morning when I had to get up. It was awful. Yeah. Yeah. That's hormones. That's blood sugar. That can be mood stressor too. Yeah. So I needed this. Mm-hmm. So I've been selfishly wanting this for a long time. Yeah. But you can't put a price tag on, like she said, sleeping, right? Or like you said, you're able to go home and enjoy that time you have with your children. Yeah. That's huge. Mm-hmm. That's big. Well, I'm so, so excited. I know that you had a busy day and you have a busy life. And I know this is not ideal to come out at this time. But like you said, you're feeling great. I'm feeling great. We're ready to go here, right? And do you notice that you sleep better before we?
I haven't thought much about it, but yeah, I feel like I do.
Yeah, yeah. Are you noticing that you wake up easier?
I don't know if I wake up easier, but I also am trying to get myself to wake up earlier, or I'm not getting as much sleep. But I have noticed, it's funny, actually, my husband and I were talking about it the other night, because I used to be this most sound sleeper. Mm-hmm. Nothing would wake me up. And then since having kids, I became the lightest sleeper.
Yeah.
They could be just breathing differently in the other room, and I would hear them and wake up.
Yeah.
But recently, our kids would wake up. Our son, our 3-year-old, kept waking up and climbing into bed with us. And I was just joking with him the other night. I'm like, I do not hear him coming in our room at all. I wake up and he's laying next to me and his feet are in my face. I'm wondering how he got there.
Oh, wow.
But I'm not waking up for any of that. So I never even thought about that, but there has been, and I commented to my husband, I was like, I'm becoming a deep sleeper again, where I am out of it and I'm not even hearing our kids come in the middle of the night. So,
yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
That is one of the benefits of when you balance, blood sugar hormones. Yeah. And I think a mood stressor might have something to do with it. I need to ask the experts, but I know that it's a benefit, when you cellularly.
I guess, because, my daughter just turned 6, my firstborn, and yeah, I haven't been a heavy sleeper since then. So
Wow.
It must have some impact because I've noticed it probably over the last couple weeks
Wow.
where I'm not hearing them
That's
in the
amazing.
middle of the night.
Yeah. Well, it's amazing because the studies show, the longer you're on, 3 months, 6 months, especially for hormones, especially for sleeping and hot flashes or whatever somebody has going on, PMS or whatever. But I mean, we have just been in awe today of like for you too. I mean, that's soon. Mm-hmm. Me, I started when everybody else started because that's when we got it. And yeah, I'm when I wake up in the morning, I don't know if you feel like this, but I wake up and I'm like, oh wow, I only got up once or twice. I used to get up 4 or 5 times a night.
Oh, wow.
I kid you not. And it didn't matter if I stopped drinking at a certain time. It was the strangest thing. So I finally just said, well, I'm not going to stop drinking since it doesn't matter anyway.
Oh, yeah.
Right? So I'm still drinking but yeah, I'm noticing, and this is a pretty recent thing. And I'll go, when was the last time I woke up? Yeah. I think last night it was twice, but I think the night before it was just once, and then all of a sudden it was 7 or 6:30 or 7, something like that. And I'm like, oh, yeah. So, I'm 62, and every decade brings something different, but sleeping, that's amazing that you're sleeping so deep. Mm-hmm. That's great. That's really great.
Yes.
Wow. Well, this has been wonderful, and I just, I love our little fireside chats, right? And I just appreciate you. You look beautiful. Your skin looks beautiful. We're noticing that that's a benefit. A lot of the ladies, your skin is glowing. We're noticing that. And like I've told everybody, I don't know why, what is in the product that's doing that. I really don't know. I need to find out. It's just on my list. I will eventually, and I'll let you know. But I don't know. And if I'm going to guess, they're going to say it's the blend. It's the 3 products in one, and it's the blend in Beauty Balance. And a Beauty Boost, possibly, because that also takes the balancing of blood sugar and hormones to another level. So they complement each other well. Yeah. But whatever it is, we'll take it. Right? Yeah. Well, Brittany, thank you so much. I just appreciate you, and thank you for taking the time out to share. Any last comments or?
No, I think we covered everything.
Okay, good. Well, as we say, our tagline is Say Bella, which means you're beautiful. So I'm going to say to you, Say Bella, and thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, our pleasure. Will you come back?
Yes.
Okay, thanks. And to all of you for joining and coming and tuning in, we want to say to you, Say Bella, you're beautiful. God bless you. We appreciate you. And thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much for tuning in to today's episode of the Fiorina Beauty Podcast. We hope you found inspiration and valuable insights to enhance your wellness journey. If you enjoyed today's episode, don't forget to like, comment, and share it with your friends and family. Your feedback means the world to us. Make sure to subscribe to the Fiorina Beauty Podcast on your favorite podcast platform so you never miss an episode. We release new content every week packed with tips, stories, and interviews to empower you on your path to beauty and well-being. Remember, your support helps us grow and reach more listeners like you who are passionate about living a balanced and radiant life. Together, let's continue this journey of beauty and empowerment. Stay tuned for next week's episode, and until then, say Bella. Thank you again for listening.